what were some of the most important insights, Ramki, that emerged from the early findings on the study when you were, evaluating some of the early inputs that you were getting in? What stood out for you?
Yeah. So some of the things really stood out. Thus far, we've seen linear TV. When you look at linear TV, it was purely seen as a reach medium. If you're on linear TV, you'll reach a large set of people, and that's where it stops. One never knew what it did beyond the reach number that it was given. So therefore, it was always, okay, let me measure digital. I'm able to get a slightly more complex measures, at least within platforms, about somebody who was exposed and somebody who behaved in a particular way. So this is measurable, this is not measurable. So therefore, it became either or. Should I do digital or should I do linear TV? Should I do OTT? Or it was almost like silos, there's linear TV, there's OTT, there's digital. So where do I put my money? It's almost like one was in place of the other.
Right.
Now, what this study comes out to tell us is that each one has a role to play in the complete funnel. When I say funnel, there's awareness, then you consider, then you probably shortlist, then you probably add it to a cart, and finally there's a purchase depending upon whether you have the money or not. So right through the funnel, each of these has a role to play, and it's not as if it's isolated. Linear TV definitely has reach, no doubt about it, significant reach.
That scale that comes, yeah.
That scale.
Yeah.
Secondly, it has unduplicatable reach also, or exclusive reach as they speak. But it also seems to contribute towards the behavioral aspects in terms of addition or contribution to search. How we say that is we've been able to measure only linear TV households, linear TV plus OTT households, only digital households, or a combination of all of these in various combinations. We see that linear TV itself, apart from the reach that it gets, is able to significantly add to the extent to which people search. Now, if you see that as a combination of linear plus OTT, it seems like a lethal combination in the sense that it gives you a massive reach, and you add OTT to that, that reach gets qualified in terms of a certain set of audiences behaving in a particular way, which is increased website visits in addition to cart and etc. Precision. So it's reach plus qualified reach plus behavioral aspects. Now, where does that leave digital? Now, the point is, the study clearly comes and tells you that pure digital compared to digital plus OTT or digital plus linear TV. Where's the difference? This combination seems to work very, very well. The metrics are very clear. It's almost 30-40% higher degrees of search, at least 25% higher degrees in terms of people's addition to cart. All of these aspects come into the picture. So the benefit of this study is that it comes out and clearly says that this combination works. And which is the right combination depends on the category, depends on the brand and its objectives. Like there are some brands which might say, at this point of time, I want to add just search. I want people to search for me. There might be another brand which might say, I want people to just, consider me in a big way and I want them to visit my website. There might be others who say add to cart. Others say extremely short term, I want purchase, I want business right now. So any of these is measurable because it's a single panel and we measure all of this. So that's what it is.
It seems to me that this lethal combination that you talk about feels like a bit of a no-brainer. And for a long time, we've been talking about exactly this. Slightly sort of a side question, why was that validation necessary? Why weren't marketers, thinking about it? Because we've been talking about integrated for a very long time, but why was it still considered in silos? I'm just trying to sort of, unwrap a little bit of the CMOs, the marketer, the media planners mindset here.
That's a brilliant question, Delshad. I mean, as in why, it's always like in science, why has nobody thought about it before, right? It's as simple as that. The point is, there was no means of answering that question, right? We all understood that if you combine a few, it's better than having one alone, right? So when you combine a few, we were not able to measure what is contributing what. Like, for example, if 100 exposures, as a result of which some level of purchases, is it because of TV? Is it because of OTT? Is it because of digital? Was something we were not able to measure, and for that we were using probabilistic measures. Here, because of the fact that it's a single source, you're able to measure households which are only linear TV, households which are, or individuals who are only OTT, individuals who are only digital, and a combination. So the measurement becomes possible. Therefore, what was intuitively understood is now attributable, saying this money here gives me this much. So that attribution helps you in planning a lot better. So you're absolutely right. It is very intuitive, but intuition requires backing scientifically, and that's what this does.